Today I'm going to show you how to create a skybox in USVR. We're going to start out in my home here. I've got my menu, uh, my main dashboard up above my head. Kind of like to keep it there. It's out of the way of my working space and it's a little more ergonomic to look up sometimes. Anyway, we're going to create a new world. And in our new world, I'm going to make this private. And I'm going to open a grid space world template. Start off with that. And here's our basic grid space template. It's just got a grid ground. It's got a couple options to control the grid here. You can change your different colors, far, near. And then the sky has a basic gradient sky material. This only allows for one color that you can change around, but we'll work with that a little bit as well. But the first thing I want to do, my goal here is to create kind of a cityscape. I want to, in the distance, as I turn, see a city all around me. And then we're basically going to take a picture of that to make a 360 picture, equilateral. And then you can use that as the skybox for any of your worlds, and it will look it'll look just like you're seeing here, but it'll be a lot more performant because it's just a picture rather than a ton of models. So to begin here, I'm going to go to my file browser, and I've already browsed to a tilt brush file that I like. This is a city I downloaded. I forget who did it, but I will put it in the credits. I think it was Sutu maybe. And I cleaned it up a little bit. I took out some of the extraneous fog and whatnot, and I'm gonna import that. So here's the FBX file. Double clicking will bring up your wizard. This is a new option right here, vertex color mode model. I'm gonna use that because Tilt Brush uses vertex colors. Auto scale, import now. And this one's pretty large, so it'll take a little bit to decode and import here. I'll probably just speed the video up real quick. Okay, now we've got our model imported, and here it is. So you can see it's all tilt brushy, meaning there's a lot of planes everywhere. This is really just a lot of series of plane geometry. So you'll notice the lights are very bright and the darks are very dark, and that's okay in this instance, I think. Kind of want that contrast here. So I'm going to close out my file browser. I'm going to put my left hand up on my ear, hit the menu button, and my dashboard goes away. Clear that out. And I'm going to make this really, really big and then far away. So I'm going to grab it here with my grips, and other hand, make it big. And then not touching it, so let's turn around and take my grips and hold them apart, grip, pull them, push them together, and this is scaling me. So I am getting really, really big. And now you can barely see the little city. So let's grab that and let's make it bigger. And I want to put it at the edges here. So let's make it somewhat bigger. There we go. So I'm basically just going to take this around the edges of this plane or ground cover here, and pull up my menu radial and start duplicating this. So I'm going to go to each corner first. Try to make sure they're all kind of in the ground a little. And get in the middle. All right, so cities. Could just drop that one, I guess, but delete the original there. All right, so we've got this city scene kind of duplicated all around us. I want to see how that looks, so I'm going to go and reset the world scale. That puts me back down at regular size, and you can see here back to my little control panels that were here for the sky, and you can see in the distance these cities. Play with these a little bit here. It comes to the position. That one's pretty good, pretty good. Yeah, that's all right. Well, there's not a lot of contrast in the background here. We'll adjust that. I also want my ground to be kind of plain. I don't really want this lerp texture. Let's see. Let's remove that. There we go. And let's make that darker. That seems to be the near color. Let's kind of make this a little darker. Well, that's not making it darker, is it? There we go. Something about there. This one. A bit darker. There we go. Kind of fades off into the background there. Yeah, that's a little more interesting. So a little bit lighter in the middle, darker out towards the horizon. Blends in with the city a little bit more. It's pretty good. And the skybox. So this gradient sky material, this will give us a list. We can add a list of different colors. Let's just mess with this one a little bit. Maybe we want to go for a little light on the horizon. Some orange. And what happens if we add a gradient here? Got a direction. From color. All right, so that goes red to the top, orange at the bottom. So let's make this a little darker. I think what I'd like to go for is more of like a night sky here. Oh, so see there, you can see underneath the city. So that's what I meant by we'll have a little better contrast, and I know I need to move this down a little. There we go. That one's better. This one down. Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah. All right. It's looking pretty good. I like it. I like it a lot. It's good enough for now. And you can adjust these values to whatever you want to. Kind of want to put some stars up there though. Best way to do stars. Ah, heck with it. I didn't figure this out ahead of time. I won't waste your time. But here we have basically what I want for my skybox. And you can adjust everything, to suit your needs. Maybe we want to make these smaller, multiply them, have them look farther in the distance if you do that. But I'm going to close these down, and this is basically what I want for my skybox. So the next thing I'm going to do is take a picture, and we're going to take a 360 picture. So I'm going to go to my inventory from my dashboard, And in Neos Essentials, we have a camera. Close that, and we can take a picture. So I'm going to put this about at eye level, and we're pretty close to 0, 0, 0. You're not going to be able to tell the difference. You could get a little more accurate this, put it at 0, 0 and your height if you wanted, but just for purposes of showing this off, we're going to go to 360. This little button right here has a 360 icon on it. Puts a sphere around here to indicate that we're going to take a 360 photo. Center that on the horizon. Looks pretty good. And I think I'm going to put this at 4K, a 4K image. The next thing is it's going to capture me. So if I put my hand in front of it, I don't really want that to happen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set a timer on here. There we go. 10-second timer. That should do. And that'll give me time to get under the ground. So I'm just going to fly down. Make sure I'm on fly. I'm going to fly under the ground while it takes a picture. Boom. Countdown. I'm going to go down under the ground. Wait for the birdie. There. Okay. So there was a little bit of a sound. There we go. Screenshot taken. And when we go back up to the camera, where you at? There. Come here. We've got a 360 image. So now this image is of the whole thing, and we can use this as a skybox. So I could take this to a brand new world and use it there. I could even use it here. We could just really make this complex, huh? Let's incept. So this is my material gun. You can get this from your inventory as well. Inventory, essential tools, and you have your material tip there. And I'm going to hit my thumb pad to suck this up as a texture. Then I'm going to shoot the sky. And now it's kind of inceptive because the background is the same. But if I move one of these buildings, you'll notice there's an image of the building behind it. And now I could put more. So now I have a 360 skybox. Or we could create a new world. So let's try that real quick. Let's do another grid space here, make it private, start session. I'm going to go back to the first one. Well, I have it on my orb already here, so let's grab that, and I'm just going to shoot the sky, and boom, this world now has a 360 skybox that I just created. And it still has the grid space. You could change up this, you could leave it the same, do whatever you want to. But now this world here is way more performant than the last one because these aren't models. It's just a 360 image. Ta-da!